Through well over 500. I've got hundreds of people on the phone. With everybody on the phone.
That peace dollar.
With everybody on the phone, I've got maybe 200 of the peace dollars left, somewhere right around in there.
We've got one for you, but you need to be quick. Okay, we're moving on. We're in a new hour, in case you hadn't noticed, and we are continuing at a breakneck pace to get you as much as possible.
I very rarely, when someone comes to me with a big deal, just say, yes, send it, write the check. I mean, it depends on the item. There are some items that we do this. This was one of those items. I could not believe this was even available. This is, I have right now, you are looking at 1/3 of all of these coins that have ever been certified, and it really only matters if they've been certified because it's missing edge lettering. So anybody with basically a little Dremel tool can make one. If it's not certified, you just take the edge lettering off. And then the important thing is the lettering has got the date, it's got the mint mark, it's got e pluribus unum, it's got all of that stuff on it. So it's of pretty significant importance to, for it to have that. But it was missing. It missed that last part. Now, starting in 2009, the United States government starts making what's called the Native American dollar. They did the Sacagawea dollar from 2000 to 2008, and then they're doing the Native American dollar from now until the end of the program. So we have 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Of all of those coins, there is one recognized mint error, okay? And it is this coin right here.
It's right here.
It is this coin right here. To put into perspective the rarity of this coin, and this coin is going very quickly. This will be, the last time I sold this was years ago, 2010, 4 years ago. I had about 20 or 25 coins. I sold them for $600. They lasted a single airing.
Whoa.
Now, 5 years later, somebody calls me and says, I have basically put together and purchased virtually all of these. They said 739 coins in all grades have been graded by PCGS. I own 1/3 of those coins. I now today own 1/3 of those coins. And at the end of today, I will own none of those coins is basically what it comes down to. So I've got, like I said, I've got 265 of these coins that have got this edge lettering. And every single one of them is Mint State 66. Now, of the 739 that were certified, many of them, most of them were certified under Mint State 66. So I've got Mint State 66, the only recognized mint error of the Native American dollar coin. It's in high grade Mint State 66. It's certified by PCGS. There's only 739 in any grade certified by PCGS, and I have basically got 1/3 of them. These are going to go very quickly. You have to understand, this is an opportunity. And what this reminds me of, look, I've been doing this a very, very, very long time. Way back in 1999, they had a mint error, a little 1999 $5 gold coin without the West Point mint mark, and they estimated there was 3,000 of them. I bought 1,000, sold every one of them here at HSN. I think we sold it for like $799. Go out there today and try to find that coin for less than $5 grand. Okay, good luck. I've not sold one here or seen one in at least 10 years. Because I sold those in 2000 here. Okay.
Yeah, right.
I sold those in 2000 here. Okay. So understand what the opportunity is when I get a significant mint error that we have, which is what I've got right here, which is it's missing all the edge lettering, which in this coin is important. So what it means is simply it's missing the date.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a date on it. We don't know if it was made at Philadelphia or Denver because the mint mark is on that as well. And so you have the date and the mint mark, and that's why this holder looks like this. Important. Because you can see that it's missing the edge lettering. And PCGS has said mint error. And PCGS, Mint State 66, missing edge lettering. This, my friends, is a huge deal. This will be the only opportunity. This will be the only quantity of these that I have. Like I said, it's been a half a decade since I've sold these. The last time I did it was $5.99, and there's just none of them out there and available. It's not like anybody did anything other than one guy put them all together, kind of one at a time, and I was able to buy them. He had to buy some gold. You know, he wanted to buy some gold, so he sold me these for, in my estimation, far less than he should have. for far less than he should have. I'm probably selling these for probably less than I should have, because at the end of the day, I have a third of the entire quantity of these certified PCGS. I have one in 3 that were ever certified by PCGS. I should probably hang on to these. I should have probably sold every one of these at $499 and done it at 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 shows, or taken however long I wanted, made, and we could have made an extra $200 or $300 a coin. Instead, I got a great price. You got a great price. Understand the significance of an error. Understand the significance of a coin right here. And I have 238 left. Now remember, there are only 739 certified PCGS in existence, period. There's only 739. You go to the POP report, 739 in all grades. So of those, many of those coins are actually certified at a lower grade. A few are certified at a higher grade, but of course, add some zeros to be able to sell those.
How does an error happen?
Well, what happened is they get the planchet, they strike the coin, and then for this particular coin, they have to send it to another place where they put the letters on the edge. There's a machine that rolls them onto the edge. Somehow or another, this coin missed that process. Oh, okay? This coin missed that process. And like I said, they did it on the presidential dollars, as a matter of fact. They did that back in the day in 2007 in the presidential dollars, but there were thousands and thousands, and there's tens of thousands of those graded, and they still sell for really about this price. This coin is significantly rarer than that. This coin is significantly rarer than that missing edge lettering presidential dollar that you're going to have right here, also a golden dollar. So what you have is a very tiny quantity of these that missed a process, missed a step in the process, which isn't necessarily unusual. What is unusual is the Mint missed them before they went out. They have a very, very stringent quality assurance process, much as we do here at HSN. And what it does, they optically scan the coins and to make sure that they look right going out. Well, in this instance, for some reason, they didn't scan to see that the edge lettering was there. The edge lettering is gone. It's a smooth-edged coin. It must be certified for you to understand that it's collectible and desirable. And the reason for that is anybody could sand that down. But so they have to measure this coin. They look for the striations. There's certain mint striations with the way it fit into the collar and the die and so on and so forth that the experts at PCGS, and that's kind of the tools of the trade. Notice that the 2009 is parenthetical. There's no actual date on the coin.
Right.
We know that they did this image for only 1 year. That's the only way that we know it's 2009. We have no idea which mint it came from.
Oh,
it could have been Philadelphia. It could have been Denver. We know it's not San Francisco because they only do proof coins. So it could have been Philadelphia. It could have been Denver. We have no idea.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery. Now, we had 170-something of these coins. I'm down to 186. Very, very quickly, a full 1/3 of these. This will likely be your only opportunity to own this coin.
A lot of people wait till the end. It's the end, okay? It's 25 seconds left. The coin is amazing in person. The story is phenomenal, one you're going to want to share with your family. And I want you to be a part of this because it is so unusual, because it is novelty, and it's real. So for $299.95, fill in the gaps of that coin collection. You've been thinking about this. You've been looking for it. Mike had been. So when he saw the deal, he took it. He took that just for you. And today, you get to finally fulfill that burning desire to get this coin.
Now, I have over 100 sold. Remember, I had 275 of these, basically, which is 1/3 of all of the coins in existence certified by PCGS, regardless of grade, all the grades. Most of them are lesser, this grade or lesser. Okay, only a very few are higher. So remember, I started with 275. I've got 165 left, okay? 164. And understand, when I say this is your only opportunity, I'm not talking about here at HSN. I'm talking about go out there and try to find it at all. And if you can find it, I do not possibly believe you can own it at this price. I bought them all one fell swoop. I bought them all at one time to give everybody an opportunity to own the only Native American dollar mint error coin that is kind of certified and authenticated and looked at, and it's the smooth edge lettering. Only 730. You have to understand, when there's 150 million collectors, there's 739 that have been certified in all grades. I sold this coin literally about 5 years ago. I had a few of them, not many. They were $599. I sold all that I had. And now 5 years later, I'm selling it. I got it from the guy who basically has every single one of them, and I bought them all from him. I bought them all from him, 1/3 of all of them in existence. Now, over half of my quantity is now gone. With everybody on the phone, I probably have maybe 24 of these remaining. So remember, it's not just that you can buy this or you can buy it at this price, neither one of which I think you can do. So once this is gone, that's it. It's done. It's gone. It's over. Please, all of my regular folks out there, take advantage of this coin. Please, please, please. Amazing opportunity.
Because if you try to reach out to Mike and ask for one, he's not going to have it. It's here right now. Listen, coming up, the showstopper. We wanted you to be aware of this.